I might not feel pretty good actually by the sound of it.
I might not feel pretty good actually by the sound of it. I might not feel pretty good actually.
Yeah, it is good. Cool. I can just silence that and let that go. People gonna think it's a that's a just orange juice. It ain't just orange juice. But man, man, man. I don't even know if anyone even gonna really turn into this because like I do these live streams and I don't really do live streams when it's about when I'm gaming. But man, today I had to do something a little different, man. I just had to do a little something different because it's man, it just straight up is different. Like there's nothing else to say besides the fact that like it's really different when you got all this like One Piece like stuff going on, which makes me think of I'll be right back. Man, okay, you can't do no One Piece video, man. If I'll put it on the goat's hat itself, man, you just can't. And I got the Waluigi emoji here as well too, and I've been using this for like some poor decisions, so I am just gonna put this down. But man, is it a soda? Yes, it is. Grace, what's up? Good to see you. Uh, Tasu Leach, good to see you. So to set the stage for, I mean, Grace, you may be the only person that watches this live. Some people may tune into this later, which is cool. But to set the stage, I gotta explain the fact that you gotta find a way to counter sadness with some hypeness, right? And so this week's One Piece chapter 1044, which doesn't officially come out until this Sunday, is like this shirt, goated. This right here is a goat. Goated. Man, I tell y'all, I've been. Whoa, what's up? Calm down, Jamal. Don't grab the 9. Where's my 9 at? I'm kidding. What's up, Corey? Man, no, but I'm telling you, man, One Piece is like One Piece is a series. Static, I'm happy you tuned in, bro, because I know that you've been wanting to talk to me about this since 3 weeks ago now. I've been wanting to talk with you about it, but I didn't want to do unless I did something specific for it. I had a video I wanted to have come out back on that Sunday, but I didn't. So I'm glad to see you here, bro, because I'm glad you'll get to see us because we'll talk about it. Because I'm going to reread the chapter while I'm on here, too. But this week's One Piece chapter, if you've been following One Piece, like I only claim that I've been following One Piece since 2010, but in the reality of things, I've been following One Piece. Well, I guess it was since 2009, but in the reality of things, I've been following One Piece since like 2006 because I watched the 4 Kids dub. I watched when Funimation got the rights and started doing Skypiea on Toonami. Like I love One Piece. And I watched it then, and I kind of fell out because I didn't follow it once it stopped airing on Toonami and stuff. But then once Toonami had fully ended at the time, and I had started getting into anime and manga stuff and collecting things, my grandmother, who, as everyone knows, like has followed me for a long time, is like the big light in my life. I mean, hell, she bought me this straw hat. Like I had told her once I had been collecting Naruto manga that I want to collect One Piece manga because I knew One Piece was supposed to be great. And I want to get into it. So I got into One Piece reading the manga in 2009, and she, got volumes like 1 through 23 or so by the end of December because starting in in January of 2010, they were doing a speed up in the manga where they were releasing 5 volumes a month, right? So January, February, March, April, May. By the time we got to May, we had gone all the way from from Alabasta all the way through to Impel Down. And I was reading the manga in the monthly Shonen Jumps that were coming out in the U.S., and I was also reading the manga weekly online through the scanlations and stuff. So the year is 2022 now, y'all. And like One Piece has gotten me through so many just so many hard times. And the messages in the story and the themes and stuff that to get to this point and to see what's happening in the story and to know that we're closer to the end than we've ever been before is just it's just crazy. And it's so awesome, man. And I just feel so blessed to have been able to get to this point, So, I kind of want to reread the chapter while y'all are here and then kind of talk about what happens in it overall. Because chapter 1044, this is going to be full spoilers for anyone that watches this afterwards. Yes, Jiro, this is live. For anyone that watches spoilers after this or doesn't want spoilers, don't watch this. But chapter 1044 of the One Piece manga that comes out this Sunday officially, but is out scanlations now, is fantastic because we open up with Sunisha and this resounding pulse, the drums of liberation. And we get dialogue from Luffy, feeling like he's just, it's crazy because he's he had just lost to Kaido. But he's like, I feel like I'm having a blast, and it's that inert joy that you can have in yourself still. And he's laughing, that boy's a joy boy, man. And so the very next thing is Momo saying Luffy is a joy boy, right? And then Yamato was like, Sunisha said that. Crazy thing, we ain't seen Sanji in a minute, but his Conqueror's Haki, sorry. His observation Haki is on point. So the man awakens to realize like Luffy, is that you? The whole chapter, it's everyone reacting to what's going on the rooftop right now. And so everyone's being able to realize that something different is happening. Straw Hat Luffy, the future king of the pirates, is up there, and it's different, boy. It's different. So you get reaction shots from Higoro to Law, the kid, to Nami, to why am I forgetting her name right now? I've been drinking too much this evening. Is it Toma? Not Toma. It's damn, I'm forgetting her name. There's been so many characters in this damn arc, but forgive me for that for a minute. But and you got Marco there as well too. It's like they're all realizing Luffy's still alive, and so then we cut to the Gorosei up and and Mary Joa, right? And they're talking about the fact that we sacrificed one of our best agents in being the CP0 agent, right? And they're like, but we had to do this because no matter what era that we've been a part of, the world government has always failed to acquire the Gumu Gumu no fruit, right? Acquire the Gum Gum fruit, even after 800 years of trying, because that's how much time it's been since the Void Century. If I'm not mistaken, in my One Piece, off the top of my brain memory. And so, it's crazy because we finally get the reveal after 1,000 chapters, 1,040 chapters. We get the reveal that the Gum Gum fruit is really a mythical Zoan fruit, and it's not the Gum Gum fruit. It's the human fruit, which is crazy to think about. It's a human fruit. Now, we may come back and touch on this in a minute, but that's crazy, right? And that it's the human fruit model Nika. Now, I will say, pause all this. That's some good OJ. I'm curious to see how the official translation translate this stuff, because that's what I'll go off of, how I'm formulating theories, all sorts of stuff, or whatever. Model Nika. Nika like who? Like Sun God Nika, boy. Dog. And you see Luffy in the sky, silhouetted by the moon. Y'all know who read One Piece how important the moon is. You see him silhouetted, right? And his silhouette looks just like Sun God Nika. And it looks just like Luffy back in Skypiea. You know how long ago Skypiea came out, y'all? You understand how long ago Skypiea came out? And time out. I just want to touch base on this right while I'm here at this point. A lot of people are going to talk about the fact that Luffy, some people think that like Oda didn't know he was going to do this until now. Now, I could be wrong, and it could be revealed to us later that people were correct, that Oda made his decision recently. However, I don't think Oda made his decision recently. I just think that Oda, because people, the defense they say is why Oda made this recently is because he said that he doesn't know how Luffy's going to defeat Kaido. Because he's like, I don't know how Luffy's going to defeat Kaido because it can't just be something as simple as Luffy can punch harder than Kaido. I believe personally that Oda was just saying that as a way to give hints, but that Oda knew. He knew it's like, it's not just going to be the fact that he can hit harder. It's going to be the fact that his fruit awakens. His devil fruit awakens. So a devil fruit has awakened now, right? And you're hearing the lines from the girls saying its user's body gains the properties of rubber in combat. They're supposedly only limited by their imagination, putting smiles on faces far and wide. They are the embodiment of the warrior of liberation. Everywhere Luffy has gone from the start of the series, he goes places and he's going about his own agenda. But what does he end up doing? He ends up liberating the people there. Whether it was protecting is it Kokoyashi village with Arlong, or I forget what Usopp's village is. Or is that Syrup village? I forget. I get those mixed up. But but let's jump ahead. When Luffy goes to Alabasta and protects the people there and saves them, liberates them from Crocodile. He goes to Skypiea, liberates them from Enel. He goes to Water 7, liberates them from the influence of CP9, liberates Robin. Say you want to live from CP9. Not Water 7, damn. And I'm skipping ahead. I'm gonna skip past Fishman. I'm gonna skip past Impel Down and Saboti and Thriller Bark and Parliament War, and I'm gonna go right to Punk Hazard. Liberates those kids out. But then you go from there, Dressrosa. What did he do? He liberated those people from the birdcage. From that man. Like, so so yeah, far and wide, they're the embodiment of the warrior liberation of Sun God Nika. Awakening exponentially strengthens their rubber body, and they have even more freedom. It is allegedly that the most ridiculous power in the world. It is allegedly the most ridiculous power in the world. We're going to talk about destiny, fate, dreams, and these other unstoppable ideals that are held deep within the heart of man in a moment. But let's just keep going through this chapter, right? So what's cool about this chapter too is that this chapter, the big thing we were waiting for was something with Luffy. But what happens is key to the themes of this chapter is what is talked about with Hiyori and with and the stuff happening with her being Kurosaki and damn, why am I forgetting the old boy's name? I'm forgetting stupid old boy's name. That's like that's a Kumozuki. Orochi, with Orochi, right? So then we pick up there with him saying like, him trying to talk to Kurosaki or trying to say, I really admire like, Odin. Think about what you're doing. It was all Kaido. He was using me. We can still run away together. Just remove these nails. But he's lying. He's lying to her. He's lying to her. And she says it fights him like, you spat in the face of the samurai you owed. Who would still believe you? My father kept his promise, did he not? He danced like a fool for long years because he thought you and Kaido would honor the secret arrangement that you had made and free Wano. He never even told his own family. He kept that from his family. My father was a man who kept his word, and he still expected the same of you, and you agreed to let them go. If he withstood being boiled for an entire hour, even while his body was being burned by the oil, and he did do that, he survived all that. And despite it, he always smiled, always. Which goes into the thing of sun god Nika and Joy Boy, right? I can't even fathom my father's suffering. He had to shoulder the burden by himself because the entire nation was your hostage. And then she has Hiyori has a flashback to, think about, father, you really okay if what everyone says about you? He's like, of course I am. You know why? Because I have you guys. Because I have family. Because I have these people that still care and love me. That is enough for me. And his whole Hiyori says, I swear I'll always be here for you. Which is sad because you think about the fact that he passed away, right? That he died. And she's like, yes. He said, oh, yes. I always said Odin was a great samurai, a shogun. I can ensure his legacy is recognized. Your father. And she takes off the mask and she realized, hold your tongue, you miserable wretch. I am Kuzuki Hiyori. She fully reveals it to him. Stop lying. Stop the bullshit. You know what you did. You know who you are. Stop trying to get out of it. This is it for you. This is. And he's shocked out of his mind. She's like, I was always proud to carry my father's name, even when I was starving and covered in rags. And you, on the other hand, never had a trace of honor. Every day you were shogun was one too many. And as each day passed, more and more lives were lost because Wano's been suffering for all those years. And he's like, he knows he's screwed now. So he's trying to ask for something, to stop before you regret something. And she's like, seeking revenge is a dated ideology, Besides, killing me makes no difference. Kaido will still be unbeatable. He's a coward. He's a coward. And then Kanjuro shows up. The rest of his experience, like Orochi-sama's like, no, I failed. And he's like, is that you, Kanjuro? This is as far as I go. And then he thinks he's about to do, Orochi thinks he's about to do something. Like, your time is impeccable. This is the ideal stage for your real final performance. Burns from into ash. Go on, take her. The failed revenge of a shrew 20 years in the making. Bro, you're screwed, bro. You think you know what's up, but you don't, bro. It's a perfect time for this tragic comedy. Take a look, Hiyori. A Kozuki survivor should know that fortune favors the mighty. Orochi, you aren't mighty, bro. And he's like, Orochi-sama. And that's the wrong way. And he lights Orochi on fire. And then as Komurasaki, as Hiyori is crying, she's like, the dawn will come. And he's like, Kanjuro, you idiot. Hiyori saved me. It burns. And she's like, the Kozuki clan always keeps its promises. A Lannister always repays their debts, right? But now we go back to the rooftop and we hear the drums of liberation going. And it's like, Luffy's up here and it's like, it's crazy because you look at the silhouette. It's like, I can't tell. It's like, is he sprouting extra limbs? It's like, there's his head, but there's his legs, and it's like it's such a weird. I don't even know what's going on. But like, I feel like anything's possible now. I can keep fighting a bit longer. My heartbeat sounds funny. This is my peak. This is Gear 5th. Pause. Time out. Going back to when we went to Ennis Lobby, and Luffy's like, I realized I have to get stronger and protect the people I love and that I care about. And that's why I realized I had to develop these new techniques. And he developed Gear Secondo. Oh, we've come so far, man. So while this is happening, Conqueror's Haki is admitting through the rooftop to the main live performance floor, and Kaido sees it. Everyone sees it, and like Hagoro's like, what? And Kyle's like, hey, you guys, and Kaido realizes like, what the hell is on that roof? Because he's like, this ain't the same. What's happening? And so in that moment, you see the Conqueror's Haki spewing out, and like it's knocking out all of Kaido's soldiers, right? And then we see big old like Gear 3 style like arm stretch grab Kaido, and Kaido's like, huh? And then you see Law and Kid and even Chopper crying, Luffy. Luffy smiling, pulls that through the roof, like, get over here, like, it's time. And like Kaido's and it's crazy because like the One Piece is drawn like Oda drew like the oh man, what's the quote for it? Like the ooga eyes, like it's like the Looney Tunes shit, like like the eyeballs pop out, like it's so funny. Luffy pulls Kaido up through the roof, and you can see, like, I know this isn't the music, but like immediately what I think of is, and I'm gonna play it for you guys. Let me see if I can pull some plays. I may get a copyright theme out of this, but like this is all I'm hearing. Like this straight up is this Popeyes type of like Luffy just strong arming this man up through the roof, and you can, and it's this panel where Luffy's just like Buddy is flexing big, and he's doing his signature laugh, the she, like, and he's like, take this, and he's just shaking his dude Kaido around and around, and then slams him down the ground, and Luffy's just laughing the whole time. Kaido's got the freaking stars going around on his head. He's like, kind of straw hat. So you're still alive. I'm grateful. And Luffy is has been. I was telling him, like, just literally just throwing this man around, bro. And then the blast breath. Actually, I see your comment from Jim Carrey. Yes, I'll get to the comments here in a second. Kyle does the blast breath, the Boro breath, and Luffy is laughing off, and then he sees it. He's like, "Whoa!" And that's straight up like the Jim Carrey thing. So Luffy grabs the ground of the Skull and pulls it up as a way to reflect it back, and it goes back and it ends up hitting Kaido. And then you get this really just cool panel of just Luffy with his like hands over his eyes and his hands on his stomach, and Buddy is he's just laughing. He's just laughing. You see Gear 5th below, and then Kaido says to him, he's like, sorry about that idiot from before. I didn't want to win like that. I don't know why my straw hat even looks sad how I said it here. And Luffy's like, don't sweat it. Now let's finish this. And as the battle reaches its final, next issue cover and color spread. So I want to go back and talk to some things. I'll read the comments here so I can make sure I'm caught up there, and then I'll go back. I put my straw hat on where it looked like it was sad. But I'm sad on the inside. But I'm letting Joy Boy come through me right now because a nigga been going through it. I've been going through it for a minute now. Damn, I was texting back someone that I care about a lot. Sorry, I just sent that text. Oh shit. I don't need to say that out loud. I'm just, man. Hey man, I want you to know, whenever y'all love someone, man, it's man. All right, so One Piece. Let's talk about One Piece. Okay, so what I want to go back and talk about is the fact that going back to what the girl is talking about. They're like, it's really a mythical zone. It's the human fruit. It's fruit. It's not the gum fruit. Okay, model Nika. Okay, it's used by its gains the properties of rubber in combat. It's supposedly unlimited by their imagination, putting smiles on faces far and wide. They're the embodiment of the warrior of liberation. His devil fruit, the sun god Nika, is a devil fruit ability. At least from how this translation reads. I'm looking at the fact that sun god Nika is related to a devil fruit ability, but Luffy's Joy Boy. And so this confirms the fact that Sun God Nika and Joy Boy are the same person. Now, I know there's going to be some people out there that are going to be like, well, why an Impel down? Did anyone react like Luffy has the gum fruit? Why didn't anyone talk about it? And I think it's because of the fact that for the past 800 years, the devil fruit hasn't awakened. It's been a myth that can even awaken, period. But since Luffy has entered the new world and he's been getting stronger and stronger and taking down bigger and bigger threats and now fighting Kaido, and because there's something to be wondering about with Shanks. There's something that we have to wonder about when it comes to Shanks. Because of all of this, Luffy now it's worrisome because like if that devil fruit awakens, that's going to be a bigger pain in our ass than not. But we have to like we have to like understand that, right? Okay, so there's that. All right, now I just realized I said I was gonna read the comments. Let me take a pause. Let me catch back up. All right, hello, Static. Okay, no pressure. You make it. You try. If you don't, that's okay. Life happens. Static. I want to let you know, out of like the people that like come and support my channel often, truthfully, I really appreciate your support just because um, what you say to me is really kind and it's really earnest, and I appreciate that. And the understanding of you as like a viewer, like you don't know me in person, you don't. I I don't owe you anything, but you don't owe me the kindness that you give me, and I appreciate that. So thank you very much. Is this live? I said yes. Corey said yes. Static correct. LOL. What is Luffy's power? Because I don't know One Piece that much. Okay, so Jiro in One Piece for the past since 1998, Luffy's power has been yo yo yo. He took a bite of gum gum. It's been the gum gum fruit. That's all we've known it as. But today, it's no longer just the gum gum fruit. We know now that Luffy has the human fruit, the mythical Zoan type devil fruit. That's what Luffy has. And that's so freaking cool. Because I just imagine as a creator, when you're pinning up stories, you're writing stuff out, you've been planning this out for a long time. Like, that's just so dope. All right. So his ability was to stretch. Basically, Mr. Fantastic, but like I I want to say much cooler, but I don't really know what Mr. Fantastic is like really has done. So I don't want to say it's much cooler, but that's how it is. So I'm emotional because it's just like damn, Luffy's Devil Fruit alive. Oh, Luffy's Devil Fruit is alive. Luffy or the mask from Jim Carrey. Right. Yeah. So I see what you're saying, Static. So yeah. So what's interesting is that so Luffy and so Sun God, Nika, and Joy Boy were the same person, as far as I'm concerned. I could be wrong about that, but they're the same person. It is crazy that we finally got to this. Aaron, 1998. Luffy's my. Oh yeah. Hi. I didn't realize you would comment. Hi. Um. Damn, we swipe that away. Um, yeah, so Sun God Nika and Luffy. So the argument I know a lot of people are going to have is a lot of people were talking within the last weeks. We're talking about the fact of like, and I'm not gonna lie, even I did this. I originally got heavy into anime because of Naruto. I was a huge Naruto fan. I still love Naruto, but at some point, Naruto pissed me off because spoiler alert, by the end of the series, Naruto was a story about defying destiny and expectations and that like, you aren't what these prophecies and all this other stuff says. You can break that. Naruto threw all that shit in the trash. Kishimoto, I enjoyed most of your writing, but that was the worst thing you ever did, bro. Because it has ruined it somewhat. Because in the moment that you made Naruto, I was okay with Naruto being I'll make a video about this later because I really plan to get more into anime stuff because the writing is on the wall for Derrick Rose shit. For the people that don't know, the writing is on the wall for the Derrick Rose content. Let's just leave it there. Not because of D Rose, but because of Adidas. Okay, so we'll get back into that. But I love Derrick still. Don't get me wrong. But okay. When it comes to Naruto, the thing I was okay with Naruto being the child of prophecy. There was nothing wrong in my head with Naruto being a child of prophecy because prophecies can be written and you through free will, in my opinion, how I view free will, can fulfill that. You could fulfill that. But the problem for me was that when you became not just a child of prophecy, but you also became the reincarnation of the son of the most powerful shinobi in all of history. That's Raj on the line, nigga. That's the moment where I was like, nah, that ain't it, bro. That ain't it. It just really is not, okay? So Naruto being the reincarnation of, was he Ashura or was he Indra? Indra was Sasuke, I'm pretty sure, and Ashura was Naruto. Yeah, being the reincarnation of Ashura. Like, come on, bro. Like the minute that happened was the minute I was like, yeah, I said nigga on the stream, bro. I know. I've usually Blame it on the good cushion alcohol and on the emotion I'm feeling. I'm sad, bro. I'm out here being sad, but I'm talking about One Piece to make me happy because I'm really sad and I'm torn up on the inside. As that mother, as that dude Kylo Ren said, I censored myself. As that dude Kylo Ren said in in Force Awakens, I'm being torn apart. I don't know if I have the strength to do this. Will you help me? Calm down, Jamal. Don't grab the 9. When Naruto became the child of prophecy, that was okay. But when Naruto became the reincarnation of Ashura, threw out the window, bro. The series, Neji was right. Damn it. Neji was right. And I love, if y'all don't watch Totally Not Mark, Totally Not Mark is a fantastic channel. Love his content, love his insight, his opinions. Y'all should watch it. If you watch like Naruto, watch his Naruto reviews. I want to see how he's going to react when he gets to that point. Because Naruto as a story up until then was about defying destiny. You could be wherever you want to be. You could grow into this powerful person, all this other stuff. But when it hit that point, I was like, damn it. It just threw it all out the window. And as a One Piece fan, as someone who grew up loving Naruto, became to love One Piece even more, because One Piece, I don't feel ashamed saying One Piece saved my life, because I wouldn't be around without One Piece. I can't lie. Like, it really saved my life. When it got to that point, the thing that was the main issue was the fact that it threw out a lot of the major themes that the series have been talking about, especially with how Naruto himself viewed himself, okay? And that is where the problem existed, okay? So, not last week, but the week before that, when the chapter came out, it was revealed that Luffy looked like he was, when it says, I can't say the name. Shuniza, I can't say the name right now. I'm actually drunk. I'm sorry. When you're drunk, drink more alcohol. When it was revealed that the drums of liberation were being rung, and that Joy Boy had returned, people were like, Luffy's Joy Boy? And people were like, is it a reincarnation of Joy Boy? Oh my god, all you One Piece fans have been talking all this shit for all these years. All right, bro. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. And I originally was going to make my video about it, talking about the difference. But I didn't want to make the video yet because I want to see what Oda did. And I feel comfortable with this chapter now, making the video. And I feel comfortable, even if stuff changes down the line, I feel comfortable making this video now because I feel like I can give an answer, right? I feel like I can give an answer. And the difference is that while talked about in the past with One Piece about is this boy's destiny, or like is it fate, or is it destiny, or is it like I can't remember. There's a comment from not Yasop. It's old boy that it's old boy from Luffy's village. I can't remember his name. Slap. I can't remember his name, but we voted him up high. The Grand Line Review people know what I'm talking about. But the thing about that whole situation was the fact that, like, Luffy, and the way in which Oda's ran it currently, and it could change, but the way in which Oda's ran it currently, Luffy didn't nothing. This doesn't change anything about how Luffy's been. Luffy's always been a person who he wants freedom. He wants, people speculate. Whoop Slap. Thank you, Static. People have always thought Whoop Slap is the guy from Kokoyashi, not Kokoyashi Village, from Luffy's village. Is it Pinwheel Village? No, I forget all the damn East Blue villages mixed up. But Whoop Slap had talked about, is this his boy's destiny, or is it his something else? I'm for blanking on it right now. But my whole thing is that, like, Luffy, people speculate that his big dream, what he wants to do, he's like, I want, to find the One Piece, and then I'll be able to throw. People speculate it's either a giant part with the whole world or be the freest person in the world. And the thing is that Luffy has always valued that. Whenever people's freedom has been in jeopardy, Luffy has been against it. Every time. Freedom is this ideal throughout the entirety of One Piece that is so important, okay? And Luffy's always been the embodiment of freedom. And the fact that he, whether it's through destiny or fate, you could say, happened to be the kid who got the gum fruit. Like, it's just interesting. And like there's a part of me that wants to say, like, you guys have to look at it from the meta side, but look at it from the in-universe side. From the meta side, was this always planned? Was like, well, yeah, if you're writing a good story, if you're a great writer like Oda-san, like Ichida Oda, then of course you're writing this to be a thing, right? You're writing this in such a way that you're crafting the story. But we're talking in universe. I want to talk about decisions, okay? About this can get into an argument of how people look at destiny and people look at fate and people look at dreams. If you are destined to do something, then sure, like, yeah, you're supposed to have this happen no matter what. But I believe, okay, I guess I should take a step back. Okay, so time out. I'm gonna take a step back and we'll explain my personal thoughts on this first, so you guys can understand, and then I'm gonna read Stats comment. What do you think of the chances of Yamato joining the Straw Hats? Chances? What you mean? Yamato is a Straw Hat as far as I'm concerned. Damn it. I need to see what my One Piece group chat talking about. Just read the chapter. How does Oki do this? I don't know how anyone sees this reveal and thinks it's like some Naruto BS or invalidity of Luffy's past fights. Invalidity means the previous fights make more sense, but it seems to get compared to Naruto and Rikin. It's like, have you seen how many times Luffy gets body or how she does powers? It's funny, guys. I'm doing a live stream right now. I'm talking with people like about this very thing right now because I've been wanting to talk about One Piece on my YouTube channel for a minute. And like dead ass, like, no, you guys are exactly right. Like, and I'm trying to articulate what the difference between Naruto and Luffy is in this situation. As much as I love Naruto, still, I'm trying to articulate why it's different and why One Piece it's not ruined the same way Naruto got ruined when he was revealed to be the reincarnation of Ashura. Just plain and simple. So no, okay. I want to talk about destiny and fate, and people in the comments could say that I maybe have a wrong understanding of things, but this is how I look at it. My background is I was born and I'd say raised Catholic as a part of the Catholic religion. Okay, and so in Catholicism we believe that God has given people free will. Okay, now does God know every single outcome of how things are going to go? Yes, He does. But God's still giving us free will. So on a scale of like how God sees interactions with things, I say that God sees every potential pathway we could go down. Okay. But we still have the free will to go down those paths. And with that being the case, we make choices and decisions that maybe send us down the path, but we always have an option to choose to follow what God maybe wants us to happen, which you could say is destiny, or that we can choose to go against what our destiny is. It's like Star Wars, for example. When Palpatine says to Anakin, "You're fulfilling your destiny, Anakin." In the moment of the situation where he has attacked Mace Windu and he's becoming his apprentice, in a sense, yes, Anakin is fulfilling that destiny. He's fulfilling the prophecy, but that isn't necessarily the path that things had to go down. He just decided to go down that path. You can fulfill your destiny or you can avoid your destiny. You can avoid following what is your destiny. Destiny isn't necessarily meaning that like it's predetermined. It's what you should follow in a sense, and how I view it. I could say that like my destiny is to succeed in my dreams of like becoming a filmmaker. Okay. But I can decide today if I want to never do this shit again. And if I decide that, I'll never fulfill my destiny. And does that mean I defied destiny? Sure. But it also could be, hell no, I'm switching sides, not for real. But that could also just mean that like I'm going down the path of maybe at least resistance. I'm going to the path of what I want to do because it's what I want to do. And that's fine. My whole thing about One Piece and the difference is that while Naruto was about, that destiny doesn't make you and force you can find your destiny. It's the fact that the whole time that Naruto was working hard to fulfill all these different things, he was working with the intention of fulfilling, getting stronger and becoming better, and which inadvertently also, not even inadvertently, it also ended up fulfilling the child of prophecy thing, which is why I was okay with that. That's okay. But the minute you tell me that you're the reincarnation of somebody that needed to be reincarnated to become this person, that you were always destined and you were supposed to be this person reincarnated, throws it out the water because you were destined to be the reincarnation of said person. If Luffy never ate the gum fruit, the human fruit, Luffy would have still been someone that embodied the ideals of freedom, of wanting to do right by people, of wanting people to be the freest people in the world, and wanting to be, just to him, being a pirate means being free. That's what being a pirate to Luffy means. That's what being the pirate king is, being the freest man on the seven seas. And so him eating his devil fruit, he didn't eat the fruit thinking like, oh yeah, it's going to bring me and fulfill my destiny. He ate the fruit because it's what he wanted to do, right? And Luffy has always, like, he didn't go to Punk Hazard because he felt like it would help him fulfill his destiny. He just felt like it'd be fun to go to Punk Hazard because he felt like the island looked like fun. Luffy doesn't go to Alabasta because he's like, I want to free the people of Alabasta. No, he wants to help his friend Vivi that he happened to meet along his journey. You want to help Vivi out. If it frees the people, cool. But like, I feel like the pirates are, we can take all the meat and eat all the meat for ourselves and we don't have to share. I'm not doing this because I'm a good guy. Like he says in Fishman Island, am I a good guy? Am I not a good guy? I'll leave that up to you to decide. You guys decide what we are. I'm going to leave that to you. Luffy does what he wants to do because he's Luffy. And it doesn't have shit to do with his devil fruit, as far as I'm concerned. Because even to me, if you look at his influences, his devil fruit isn't what makes that. The devil fruit has never been what's made, because the thing is, Luffy has worked his ass off to make the gum fruit or the human fruit into something special for him because of how he used it in his forms of combat. But it's his tenacity and his will. And that's the other thing. It's connected to inherited will. Luffy's will to be this person is what's made this thing happen. It's what made him be able to fulfill the conditions to awaken his devil fruit and awaken the as they say, the model Nika of the human fruit. And as far as I'm concerned, it's totally different. It's different than God, it makes me so pissed. Than half-ass telling us that Naruto is the reincarnation of the son of the Sage of Six Paths. We've been watching him do all this stuff, and the whole time, Child of Prophecy, I can handle that. But being the reincarnation, factually, not just like the inherited will. No, he is literally the reincarnation in the lineage from Madara and Hashirama and to in Ashura and Indra of them. No, it's totally different, and I think it's amazing that people want to view it in such a different way. And it's just one of those things where it's like, I think the I just got. Sorry, I'm sending the guys want to see what channel I'm on. I'm gonna send them a link to the video real quick. The damn Popeyes music is still that just still makes me laugh because like dead ass, it's like nah, I just see it as like, oh yeah, the man, let me send this over here to the boys. Luffy can be your favorite character, so I'm gonna say now. Need that Roger laugh pick added to Luffy. He said Naruto came from a long line of ninja presidents. Nepotism. Now Luffy was just a kid who ate a fruit. It's just Naruto just went such a different route with it, and and I've never said it out loud because I never talked about Naruto on the channel because at the point that could have talked about Naruto, I was really heavily about talking about like D Rose, and that's about it. But my thing with like Naruto is um my thing with Naruto is that like Kishimoto could have written Naruto being the child of prophecy and being the reincarnation of Ashura and Indra better. If Ashura had been the shinobi that like needed to work hard to get his abilities, and as far as I remember, you could tell me if I'm wrong, but like I read the manga years ago. I never watched the anime. The anime added more context, I guess. But if Naruto was written to be the reincarnation of Ashura in a better way, and the whole, if they just have rewritten all that stuff so much better, Kishimoto written it much better, it could have been okay. But it didn't help watching Neji die to protect Hinata and Naruto, and watching all this stuff. Like it just, I don't know, man. It's just one of those moments in Naruto history that for me where I went like, I still enjoy watching this, and like its emotional moments still hit if you just kind of go like a light switch and shut your brain off and go like if I do it like this, anyway, just don't think about it, bros. Don't think about it. If I do that in those moments, I can still really enjoy it a lot because it's like man, like the speech between Naruto and Minato on after they defeat Kaguya, and he's like, happy birthday, Naruto, and Naruto's crying and telling him, hey, tell mom that I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, and I don't really got this all together yet, but I'm really working on it, and I see it like. All those moments, like those moments, still really hit and they're enjoyable because it's like it's Naruto, like Naruto at the end of the day, I always try to say to people is that Kishimoto really wrote a very entertaining story that has really good moments that like connect well and that like leave you feeling something in your chest. And that's why I think at the end of the day, you can call people Narutards all you want. Naruto fans have this emotion towards this series because truthfully, it does still really hit well. If you care about the characters, you know what's going on. Those moments they hit, but you have to kind of shut your brain off to all the extra BS going around it to kind of let the moment still hit, right? But the thing with One Piece is this chapter, and you could say it's a fanboy in me, but I can remember being in high school reading that Naruto chapter and One Piece we were in Dressrosa at the time, but reading that Naruto chapter and being like, I mean that's cool, but story wise, I didn't care anymore. I just want to watch the fights. I felt like I was watching Dragon Ball or watching like Super, I should say, where like I care, but I didn't really care about the extra stuff happening. So I don't know. Static said, "What is your response for those who said the government should have taken Luffy a lot more seriously because of having this devil fruit?" I understand that criticism and that critique, but I'm gonna go to the text of what they say. Um, you know, we sacrificed one of our best agents and enraged Kaido. Are we sure our priorities are straight? This may be better than the alternative. It's imperative that we snuff out something this problematic. Another member of the Gorosei says, no matter the era, the royal government has always failed to acquire the Gumu Gumu fruit. Even after 800 years of trying, it's almost as if the fruit itself is evading us. Well, that's not possible. That's not impossible. All Zoan fruits have a will of their own, and this one carries the name of a god. After all, the Gumu Gumu no fruit is really a mythical Zoan. It's the human fruit. I believe that in my opinion, the reason why the royal government did not take Luffy seriously is because in their folly and their arrogance and their and those things, they saw that After 800 years of trying to capture this fruit, and I'm assuming I could be wrong, but after 800 years, the fruit had never once awakened. No one who ever had acquired it ever had awakened its true abilities. And so, why worry about it? And the thought was that, like, well, it's never been awakened. It can't possibly be that big of a deal. And I think it wasn't until Shanks, which I want to know what is up with that. Because I've never really liked or subscribed to the theory that Shanks is like evil, or that Shanks doesn't have Luffy's best interest at heart until recently. Because you can't tell me that Shanks didn't go to the Gorosei and he said, I want to talk to you about a certain pirate, that pirate wasn't Luffy. I believe that Shanks had a conversation with them, and that's when they were like, you know what? Shanks is right. And if he's in Wano and he's able to defeat Kaido, the only way he'll be able to do that is if he awakens that fruit. And that's dangerous. And at the reverie, we were told we need to extinguish someone's light. Who shall that be? It could still be Vivi. But the odds are pointing right now, they're pointing to Luffy. And so I think it's the fact that they were arrogant and they thought, well, the fruit's never awakened before. Not since Joy Boy himself. So what does it matter? If we don't awaken the fruit, I mean, if the fruit's never been awakened, he can go, you know. And so I think it's the fact that, like, it's again, you gotta look at it from the angle of, like, it's the folly, it's the failure, it's what Palpatine say to Luke in Return of Jedi. Oh no, what's Luke said to Palpatine in Return of Jedi? Your overconfidence is your weakness. Palpatine says back to him, your faith in your friends is yours. It's that thing. Their overconfidence in the fact that Luffy, no one's awakened this fruit. Why do we have to worry about it? But it's when they realize, shit, Straw Hat's gone up against Big Mom. He's getting bigger. We thought he was gone. He disappeared for 2 years after Impel Down, after Paramount War. He could have died. Oh, well, actually, no. They did see that Luffy survived because he wouldn't pay his respects, you know, and then did the 3D 2Y stuff. So so they knew he was alive, but like I really think it's that thing of like. And people would say, that's a cop-out, that's a cop-out, that's a cop-out. Okay, yeah, you could say it's a cop-out, but is it true? Because that's my thing. At the end of the day, it's still true. Luffy, I don't think it's not true to say that the villains, that people that are like that, would be so arrogant to go, all right, yeah, he's got the gum fruit. So what? It doesn't matter. Hundreds of people. 8 people. 800 years, let's say each person lived 100 years. 8 people before him have had the gum fruit. Not a single one has awakened it. And even if they did awaken it, they've never gone as far as Luffy did. They awakened it in the East Blue, but they never had ambitions to leave the East Blue. They awakened it in the Grand Line, but then they fell to Kaido. Or they fell to, to Rocks, to Zebek, to Roger. Like, who's to say that that's not what's happened, And so I think that if they're going down this route, it's like, come on, Well, I appreciate that, Seth. It's a great explanation. Thank you. If Luffy solves the Will of D, that's going to be even more power up, maybe. I don't have enough brain power right now to think it through, but the Will of D could be something. What I'm thinking, it's going to be interesting. Like, I wonder if this is the point in One Piece where we get to where now when Luffy has fights, like the thought I've had, like I thought something I always enjoyed in Dragon Ball was when Goku would fight someone in base, and he goes Super Saiyan 1, and then Goku would be like, God damn, you're really strong. Well, I guess I gotta go even further. And so he goes beyond, and he powers up to another level. Gear 5, Joy Boy, Nika. It'd be really cool to see, like, when Luffy's fighting, like, Like because I'd love it if Luffy after this has a conversation with Momo and he talks about it, it's like I'm Joy Boy, I'm Sun God Nika, and he rejects that. He hates it, and so Luffy doesn't want to use Gear 5. He doesn't want to use it. But so when he gets in the fight and he's having fun, he's like, "Man, this is fun. This is exciting," you know. Uh, and Luffy goes like, "Man, like, like you're really strong, Blackbeard, and like I knew you would be strong, but I thought I could handle you without having to unleash my full power." But then he goes into Gear 5th. That'd be pretty cool, man. I don't know, like I just love this. Like I love this chapter. And I just love how well Oda's just ran this series, man. Like it's just the storytelling has it's never failed me. Like I think I'm not gonna lie, like reading just Rosso on a weekly basis was kind of agonizing. Reading some of not Punkcast, or reading some of Whole Cake Island on a week to week basis was taxing. But when I go back and I look at the story that's being told, it's not being told in a bad way, and it's just so good, man. And I just love it. Like it's just so cool to see. It's just so cool to see. And Static, you're absolutely right. The Nika Nika fruit and Blackbeard darkness do counter each other. The sun and the darkness. I would be so blessed in my life if I could tell a story half as great as One Piece. The medium and what manga is, as much as that industry, I think, kind of sucks for creators and for authors, it's afforded us as a viewership a wonderful opportunity to watch this great story. I said to people so often that don't want to get into One Piece because, like, oh, it's too long. It's too long. One Piece is very great, and I think people that consume media in a way of like, I need to rush through it, I need to get to the end, are doing themselves a disservice, because I think you should just enjoy media at your own pace. And when you reach the end or you reach the most recent point, that's awesome. You're caught up. Like, congrats. You're here with us. Like when Mark, totally not Mark, went through all One Piece and got caught up with us back in 2020, I think. Yeah, it was the year my grandmother died. I think it was during 2020. That's awesome. Like, that's awesome. But don't rush yourself through it. Enjoy the story. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the adventure. Enjoy the moments. What's the what's the quote? I used to have it pinned on my Twitter from Hunter x Hunter. Enjoy the side trips, all right? Like, you're not sure about the things that you can encounter along the way of the journey. And I know it's not over. I know the series isn't done yet, but I can tell we're in the final stretch. And seeing One Piece get to this point is awesome. Having my grandmother bless me with buying me the manga volumes so I could read them every month. I could read 5 volumes a month and get all caught up. And reading this series while fighting against depression and like suicidal like ideation and stuff like that. Um, I'm just so blessed to have been able to have this story. And Joy Boy, Sun God Nika, One Piece, Luffy. It's just a great story, guys. It's a great story. And I love it. And you could disagree with me, and that's your opinion. I won't try to take your opinion from you or argue you it. But I love it because, you know, I was in 2020, I was in seventh grade, and I was fighting a lot of like being bullied and stuff, and a lot of other stuff. And the thing is that ever since that time period of my life, um, even when I'm down, I'm in my darkest like spot. Something that's been pushing me forward is I want to read One Piece every week because the themes and the story of never giving up on yourself, pushing, striving, having an indomitable will to be what you want to be has always been empowering to me. And so this chapter, I'm happy it didn't ruin it for me. I'm happy it didn't pull a Naruto. I'm happy it's as great as it is. I'm happy that Oda's a great writer. So, very happy with this chapter. This is why I always do a side mission before I do main story. You never know what can be relevant. Horizon Zero Dawn is a perfect example of that. I Man, I gotta find out anime that's gonna last long. I think the era of long lasting anime is over. But what I will say is that I think I'll always go back to One Piece to help me out of my dark periods in different ways because it's just amazing, man. Like I don't want to bore y'all or tell y'all my story because I think at some point in my life and in my career that I want, I'll be able to tell that story in a different way to y'all. But I'm just so happy that like this story is a thing because Oda's just crafted such a great story. But don't miss, my nigga, don't miss, and I love that, man, because you know life's just hard, man. Life can be hard, and it can hit you, and it can knock you down more often than not. And uh, it's just one of those things, you know. It's just one of those things. It's like, oh, go ahead, bro. Say what's in your mind. Let out. I static. I appreciate that, man. I You guys don't know what it's like to be able to watch a character and watch a series. Like I'm gonna say this thing to y'all. Relationships with people aren't the be all end all. But for myself, whether it's romantic or it's friendship, I've always had a hard time losing friends. What's up, man? And I've always had a hard time losing friends. I've always had a hard time losing friends. And you know, I related to Luffy. The everyone knows spoilers because we're talking about the latest chapter. I related to Luffy when he lost his brother Ace. Because that I just related to him because losing someone that's so instrumental in your life can be so painful, right? And so, I've lost very instrumental people in my life. I lost a relationship with a girl that outside of my family, I loved her very much. And that was very hard. But it was the right thing, but it sucked. And so like it happened, right? And I lost my grandmother recently. You know, it happened, right? I lost these people. And most recently, like I lost a relationship with someone I was very close with. Anyone that follows me on Instagram, like I lost this relationship with this girl, right? Over, I feel like some bullshit, but like whatever. You know, I don't know if she may be still watching this stream, so I don't know. I'm sorry if you are. Um, but that really sucks. And this really good friend of mine, she quoted One Piece to me by accident, y'all. And for me, that's why again why I say One Piece is such a well written story that anyone that gives One Piece bullshit that says you think it's Naruto and da-da-da-da," shut up, nigga. Shut up, bro. I don't want to hear your bullshit, bro. I just don't. I don't. Factually, I don't. Because you don't understand, bro. Because you decide not to watch it. Okay, I'm ranting. I'm getting off rant. Anyway, when I was talking to her about like because of other things going on in my life right now, whether it's career wise or job and dreams, aspirations, I've been kind of down in the dumps. And depression is a bitch. Um, and so I gone to church this day, and she was sitting with me, and my friend, she was talking to me, and she was like, she doesn't know anything about One Piece, so say that first. But I was sitting there just kind of down the dumps thinking, and she said, "You know, Adam, I know you lost this relationship. I know your job is hurting you recently and it's upsetting you, and you're going through some hard times with that. But what you need to do to help keep pushing you forward is look around you. And what do you still have?" And she's like, "You still have your friends." Now, anyone that's read One Piece knows that after Luffy lost Ace, Ace says, I mean, not Ace, Jinbei says to Luffy, "Look around you." Luffy, like, "I know you lost your brother, but what do you still have?" And Luffy gets choked up, and he's like, "I still have my friends. I still have these people that care about me. I have my Nakama. I have these people I want to reunite with." For me, when she said that, she's like, "You still have your friends. You still have us. You still have these people that care about you and love you. You still have a job that, while you're upset about it, it still pays your bills, still provides you a means. You have your love of Derrick Rose and your videos. That you have your love of One Piece. You have all these other things that are still great things in your life, but you can't lose sight of those things in the despair of everything else." Love her. I love her so much. Like, like, what's the Vegeta mean? This nigga spitting. She ain't black, so I really can't call her a nigga, but like, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? Um, and so it's just like, man, to see like the thing I always love about Luffy is like rubber. He always bounces back. When he gets knocked down, and this is the first time where he gets knocked down, he's got to back up immediately. He started laughing. Like, I love that line at the very start of the chapter where Luffy says, he's like, he's like, "What's happening? How can I still stand? I just lost, but I feel like I'm having a blast." And he starts laughing. The ability to be able to get knocked back down constantly and still get up and be happy. I really hope that One Piece live action is good. Because if it's good, man, so many people will be able to find something that will really elevate them and really make them feel something in their hearts, and empower people and motivate people past their pain, their suffering, the things that their ailments, or at least help soften that blow. My favorite One Piece reviewer is Sawyer Seven Mage, and it was crazy how a couple weeks ago what he was talking about in his review about the things he was personally dealing with were the exact things I was kind of personally dealing with. but how One Piece powers you through. And like my personal dream and what I should maybe motivate myself with is that like if that One Piece live action does good, as a filmmaker, as a director, as a person who wants to work in that industry, I want to work on that fucking show, bro. And y'all don't know I don't cuss on here very often, but I want to work on that fucking show. Because this shit has it's 2022, man. I start really following it back week to week back in 2009, and this show is carrying me through, man. It's carrying me through. Man, I love you too, bro. Adams, Evans, and Caleb, Otis, Angels, bro. Y'all never let me down, bro. That's real sweet. That's real sweet of you. Yeah, marry her. That's a good ass friend right there. She is a very good ass friend. We do get along very well. Marrying her, I don't know about all that, but she she's a pretty awesome person. She's very. I mean, I admire her a lot. She's a great person. Um, but at the very least, she's a good friend. You know, I gotta work through a whole slew of other emotions before I can move on to someone else. Um, but I'm emotional over this chapter because like man, life's been hell for the past couple weeks, man. Not even for the past couple weeks. 2022 has not been a good year so far, bro. It just really hasn't. But like I'm falling back on my faith and I'm trying to listen and keep my ears and my eyes open to what for me, God's put it in front of me to help carry me through. And as of late, the big thing I've been struggling with, y'all, is I've been struggling with this whole thing about like, you know, is it worth trying to chase your dreams? Is it worth trying to chase after these things? Because so often when you feel like you try to do right by people or try to do right by things, but you still get fucked over at the end of it. That's hard. That's a hard thing to deal with. You try to do right by a company or a business, and they come back at you and they want to screw you over. That's hard, man. But like, it's about being like rubber, like being like rubber. You got to bounce back, like Luffy. Rubber always bounces back, and you got to have that. Like I used to always say, man, I got that conqueror's hockey will, bro. My willpower. I don't give a damn what's gonna happen. I'm following after my shit. And for the first time in my life this last month, I haven't felt it. I felt like my conqueror's hockey was gone. I felt like my indomitable will and spirit was broken. I was really I I was ready and still kind of am ready to resign and give up, not stand back up. Why do we fall, Bruce? So we can pick ourselves back up. I was ready to just kind of just let that be what it is, you know. Um, but like you know, um, chapters like this help me, and stories like this help me to see the forest for the trees. You know, um, as much as it can hurt. You know, I love the English dub openings of One Piece because you know they're just I enjoy the songs. The songs are really good, and having them translated into English is even better. So I even love like the fan like dubbing of songs because we didn't get any more dub openings after opening four. You know, but opening to Believe starts off as destiny, fate, dreams. These unstoppable ideals are held deep in the heart of man. As long as there are people who seek freedom in this life, these things shall not vanish from the earth. I love it. You know, people tell me my head's in the clouds. I don't care what they say because I'm dreaming of you. You are the treasure I found. So bright, so bold, yet so elusive. But it's hard to look away when I know that it's blinding me. There are no words to describe how I feel inside. I'm really, really stuck on you. Oh, well. I have to follow my dreams no matter how crazy they seem. And I will stop till I get there. You will see. You're all I need to have the strength to believe in Wonderland. One Piece is an amazing series, and I love it. And this won't be my last time talking about it on my channel with you guys, but I specifically was thinking about Static and how I told him I was going to make a video and a review talking about One Piece and talking about the chapter a couple weeks back when I was doing my Last of Us stream, and I never did that. And I've been down bad because of stuff with my girlfriend and because of stuff with my job and just with life overall. But I you know I had this moment where I thought about that an Avatar quote, a Legend of Korra quote, which is that last week on Thursday I was at my lowest point I've been in a very long time. I mean, like, I don't know. I was making bad decisions, and it's not ideal. It's nothing I even really want to share because I'm not even proud of it. But I was at my lowest point, and I had this thought in my head where I was like, unless I were to lose a loved one in my life, like a family member were to die or something, I don't think I can get any lower than what I feel right now. And I thought about a quote from Aang from Korra, where he said, "When we were at our lowest point, we were open to our greatest change." And I felt that. I really felt that. I believe there exists a pathway to get to the goals I want and the dreams I have and the aspirations I have, but that doesn't make it any less tough. And no matter if I've lost people in my life that I really want to be around for the rest of my life, or if I've lost people that I thought could also be around for the rest of my life, or if I have found the sadness in my career or in my job that I have that I didn't think existed. Um, those are all things. But at the end of the day, I have to be able to get knocked out and to potentially be dead and pull myself back alive and realize that there's still joy in things. There's still the ability to be happy and to have love of the chase, of the journey, of the pursuit of the dream. You know, you can tell me what the One Piece is, but I don't want to know what the One Piece is. I'd rather find out after I go on the journey. Some days I want to know, do I achieve my dreams? But other days I'm like, I gotta follow the journey because the journey is gonna get me there. And if I achieve them, I achieve them. If I don't, well, what Luffy say? If I die, I die. You know, I guess this is it, guys. But yeah. Big shout out to Static because I know we don't know each other like on the real world, bro. But like my immediate thought in my heart after reading this chapter tonight, after I've been drinking for a bit, I had this church gathering tonight where we had some drinks at it, and I came here to this. I came back home. I was kind of just wilding out my roommate and stuff, and texting your ex. I was like, I want to make this video for Static mainly, because I know he wants to hear my thoughts, and I'm just glad that someone wants to hear about my thoughts of anime stuff, you know. Um, and I figured my boy Corgi would show up because he goaded, and Grace is one of the most loveliest like friends I have. If she's still here, she's awesome, and she supports the channel and stuff, and she supports me as a friend too. She's a good friend to me. I feel like I sometimes fail her as a friend, but I need to get better at that sometimes. But I'm just very glad and appreciate the support. And aren't we all happy that 1044 slaps? Like it hit, bro. Like it hit so good. I didn't even talk about the cover page of with the Vince Smoke brothers. Mama's house there start our research. Where Kenny Curry at? you know. So Static says, my opinion is always good. My opinion, it's always good to see people who loves One Piece. To be honest, I kind of miss your reviews when it comes to the series. Hey, Static, I don't ever feel the thing is I know that nothing you ever say comes with a sense of pressure on me. So I'm glad to hear you say that, and I tell you, I tell everyone, the Derrick Rose shit, the writing is on the wall. As much as I hate it, the writing is on the wall. Will they even make another shoe come this fall? I'm not certain. There's been no leaks. We ain't seen nothing. D is unfortunately injured. Like the Derrick Rose stuff, the writing is on the wall. And at the end of the day, let me tell you something. 186 views. 258 views. Those are my last two reviews of the shoes that Aaron got me for different reasons, right? And I look at what I got this Office unboxing video, the Blu-ray box at 79 views. All in all, the view count there is not much different. When my channel makes a transition to covering stuff like that in Star Wars, and covering stuff like this in One Piece, and covering my collections, and talking with y'all about that stuff, and sharing about that stuff, that will be what it is, man. So, the thing is with Stag, a lot of times my thing is I don't want to release content that I don't think is fantastic. And my thing is like I love Sawyer's reviews, right? I watch Mr. Morge, I watch the Grand Line Review, I watch O'Hara, like I the King of Lightning, BD Law. Their reviews are fantastic. And the thought I have is like, what can I really contribute or add to this? And usually it's nothing. Like, because for me, Roger Space, excuse me, I forgot Roger Space. But like for me, the pinnacle of the reviews is Sawyer. Because Sawyer's been doing fantastic reviews the entire time he's had a channel. And the thing I've always loved about Sawyer's reviews, always loved, is that he is just so genuine and honest. And I love his approach to looking at things and his approach to life. And I don't know him. I'm never going to act like I know him. But I feel like if I were to know him in real life, I would be his friend. I want to be his Namaka because he is just the level of genuineness he has reminds me of like myself a little bit and the stuff that he goes through. And I just love his content. I've always loved how he reviews stuff, and I always wish I just got to know him. And I really hope at some point, like I would love to meet him at some point, because he just seems like an awesome guy, and I think the way in which he views life and goes through life, I just would enjoy having a bond with that person that I react to that way. He reminds me, he's the only YouTuber, and I will say this, he's the only YouTuber that I've ever watched. Well, besides like the RDC Roll guys, I guess, that makes content like this, besides Chris Dema and Neil GameSpark, Qmong 2, that I ever watched their content. I went, damn, I want to be that person's friend because I feel like we could be really good friends because I relate to them and I genuinely care. And Chris and I have been friends for over 10 years now. So I mean, I don't know if Sawyer and I can ever become friends like that. But I feel like when the One Piece ends, that will be his channel will end. He will be done. And it'd be cool to meet him, just to at least be like, hey man, like not in a weird way, but like I feel like I could relate with you and I'd love to be like your friend. Just because you seem like a really great person, and I feel like you deserve to have someone in your life that understands you and is willing to be there for you. It's always weird when you meet people through the internet like that, My favorite reviewer has always, all honesty, he does not get enough credit for the unexpected wonder. Sawyer, I love the fact that he just really goes in depth with his reviews and he just really talks about the stuff. He really gets into the nitty gritty of things. But, yeah. So, Static, you want more One Piece content, bro? If Jada had read the chapter today, but he doesn't read them to the official chapter days, he would be in agreement with you. Jada's my that is my guy. He can be a dick, but he's still my best friend. That's my brother. Period. Point blank. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've been talking for about over an hour, almost an hour and 30 minutes, man. I don't really have much else to say. Uh, I really was originally going to be up and trying to edit tonight and get some stuff done for some clients that are like outside like my full time stuff, But I'm happy I sat down and talked to you guys about chapter 1044. Um, you, the five or six of you that have kept on coming through on these like videos. I did seven. I know the five or six of y'all that have been coming through and stuff. Man, I really appreciate y'all, and I always love getting to interact with y'all in the comments. I'm gonna try to finish One Piece in a month, so I know what you're saying, Corgi. That's real sweet, man. Again, do not rush yourself, man. Do not rush yourself. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the side trips a lot. All right. You never know what you're gonna see along your journey. It's gonna be the most impactful to you. So just man, I love y'all. I really love the support, man. And if I could, hell, you know what? I'm gonna do it right now because I don't give a damn, and I'll shower in the morning. Let me see, can I do it with my left hand? Yeah, I can. Oh yeah, I can. Hey man, look, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. All y'all One Piece people, y'all know what I'm talking about. This right here, y'all know. If you wanna be my friend, we are on the cruise. I can't really sing, so I'm sorry. But we are. So come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for. There's always room for you if you want to be my friend. We are, we are on the cruise. Man, I love One Piece, man. Shit straight up has kept me alive, bro. Yeah, I was gonna pull out the nine. Don't worry about it. There it is, right there, right there, right there. My dad finished that series in like 2 months. One Piece. Hey, if you want to do that, I'll put a straw hat on y'all. As you do, I'll honorary straw hat members. Namaka. If the channel guys ever blows up, if it ever blows up, we have fun. But if it ever blows up, y'all gonna be the mods in the chat. Just know that. Just know that. Um, just remember that, man. I appreciate y'all. Namaka, bro. I love it. My friends. One Piece is that greatness, man. I love it. And I love the support from y'all. Always will. So I'm gonna go and do a coin flip and decide if I'm gonna stay up and work or if I'm gonna go to sleep. Or if I'm gonna go upstairs and watch some more One Piece English dub. The English dub is at Whole Cake Island. Bro, do y'all understand that in a year we will hit Wano? And Wano will still be happening in the Japanese dub? You could say sub, but it's in the Japanese release of the anime. Do y'all understand what that means? Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? That's amazing. So, man, just think about that. We go have One Piece dub and Wano in a year. I did not know none of the big three were ever that close to having a simulcast. So we live in different times, y'all. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Until next time, peace. Thanks for tuning in, man. And hey, y'all have a good night. Just remember, bruh, One Piece is that shit. We are on the cruise. And just remember, man, always, like I said, if you want to be my friend, man, just pop up in the chat, man. Just talk with me. I'm always happy to be around. I enjoy having my friendships and I enjoy being on this journey for everybody else, So we are. I'll see y'all later. Bye.